Good morning, freelancers. Welcome to another Anthem video. I'm PTT, and today we're going to be looking at what is undoubtedly the absolute best gun in Anthem so far. Now, yes, I know I have already said that the Truth of Tarsis is the best sniper in game, and the Pupper Pump is the best shotgun in game. But this weapon, well, it tops them all. And it isn't just best in its class, I think it's best out of all of them. I am, of course, talking about the Divine Vengeance Assault Rifle. Now, on the surface of things, this weapon may not look that good because there are definitely far better worded intrinsic talents, but in practice, this thing is just absolutely crazy. If you're a Destiny player, then think the upgraded Firefly effect along with explosive payload, and you're going to be going down the right path. Now, as always, we're going to start right off at the beginning and give you the weapon overview. So the Divine Vengeance is an upgraded Warden. It's a 4-round burst weapon, so does actually feel more like a Destiny pulse rifle rather than an assault rifle, and its intrinsic talent is every third weak point hit causes large fire explosions. Now, I did say earlier that this weapon doesn't exactly have the best worded talent compared to others, but in practice it actually does really seriously melt things. The footage you are watching in the background is a legendary contract on Grandmaster 1, and as you can see, the Divine Vengeance really does make a viable option for a gunplay playstyle. The area of effect explosion works very nicely to damage other nearby enemies, and as a storm main, synergizes very nicely when you manage to freeze a group of enemies close together. The AoE explosion damages all enemies and not just the one you're shooting, and this obviously means that you can take out huge groups of adds in a very little time frame, and well, if you've stepped into Grandmaster difficulty, then you kind of already know that keeping the adds in check is one of the top priorities before taking down the boss. Overall, I have found that this weapon is great in just about every situation I have tested it in. Ad control, boss damage, it literally checks all of the boxes for a very powerful weapon, and it's one that I would absolutely recommend using over any other. Now, there are obviously ways in which you can make this weapon even better and hit even harder, so let's take a quick moment to talk about that now and look at some storm components that really help maximise this weapon's utility. Up first, we have the Gunslinger's Mark. This is a Masterwork component that increases weak point damage by 60% when hovering. Now, I know that this is a storm component, but from what I've seen floating about from other people, it does seem that there are components for other classes that also offer up a similar perk. I just don't actually have them to show you, as I've literally only played on my storm since launch. Next then, you have components like the Amulet of Winter that increase weapon damage by 40% when a target is frozen. Again, you're starting to see how to synergize abilities, components and weapon perks to really maximise your damage. Hitting a frozen target's weak point while hovering on its own will net you a 100% damage buff without taking into account minor inscriptions, other component talents, AoE damage modifiers and the freeze damage modifier, and well, a whole host of other in-game stats. Overall, guys, this is just an absolute beast of a weapon that I 100% recommend using, especially when dealing with the higher level activities. But, you know, don't just take my word for it. Equip it, play with it yourself, be your own judge on just how good it is. Now then, that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you found it helpful. I'd love to know your thoughts on this weapon if you have it yourself in the comments section down below. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Have a great day, and until the next one, I'll catch you all soon.